Say,
Yes.
okay.
Hi, everyone.
No.
My name is Thomas. Today, we are going to present our graduate engineering school, ISEP. So you have here my colleague who will present Izab to you. And at the end, I will answer to all your questions. So my name is Thomas, and my colleague, her name is Liu Yue. Yue, I'll let you the floor.
Okay. I hope you can hear me clearly. Yes.
Yue?
Yes. So, okay, I will go. Hello, everyone. Thank you for your presence and this webinar, and thanks for Europe Study to organize this webinar. I'm Yue Liu from International Office and Izab. I'm in charge of student mobility in Asia region. So today I will give you about 20 minutes presentation through which you will have a general idea about Izab, about our education, the international and corporate partnership, the student life, the job placement, as well as the admission criteria. So, Izab is a French engineering graduate school in digital technology. We have 4 main teaching domains in computer science and cybersecurity, electronics, telecom and IoT, Internet of Things, as well as image processing and signal and artificial intelligence. Here are some key words about Izab. We are a non-profit private graduate school, which means all the money we get, like the tuition fees, the donation from the companies, we put it into our school development projects. And we use this money to train more excellent engineers in digital technology. Until today, we have more than 65 years of history. And our master engineering degree is accredited by National Engineering Accreditation Body, which is called CTI, because in France, the title of engineer is protected, so you need this accreditation to become engineer. We are also recognized by French state. The engineering degree we deliver is also a master degree, which necessitates 5 years study in higher education in France. And each which makes us a strong and worldwide alumni. And we are also a member of different conferences and associations like CTI, I just mentioned, ICP, etc. I would like to draw your attention that the first salary of our graduates is about 44,000 euros per year, which enables them to directly enter the middle class in French society. And here you can see our 2 campuses. En fait, Izab is one of the last engineering schools remaining in Paris. On the left is our campus 1, which is located in the heart of Paris, next to Sorbonne University. It's also in this building that we welcome the students from Stanford University every year, so you may have a chance to interact with them. On the right is our campus 2, which is located in Issy-les-Moulineaux, known as Smart City in Paris region. And near this campus, many IT companies set up their headquarters in this city, Issy-les-Moulineaux, such as Capgemini, Microsoft, Cisco, Orange, Huawei, etc. And thanks to its geographical convenience, it is easier for our students to find a job or an internship. And between these 2 campuses, we have the direct metro ride about 20 minutes. Now let's take a look at the education and Izab. And Izab, we have diverse education programs. The first is our engineering graduate program. At the end, you will get the engineering master degree. If you have a good idea and would like to set up your own company, you are welcome because we have a professional team and financial help to help you realize your career dream. After your master's degree, if you would like to deepen your skills, you can choose our specialized masters in data protection and cybersecurity. And for those who would like to do a research, you can continue with a PhD study after selection, of course. And for those who have already worked and are willing to update their knowledge, we offer a continuing education program related to digital technology. And now you can have a curriculum overview on our 5-year engineering graduate program. You can see the first year in green is our preparatory courses. And during these 2 years, you will have math, physics, robotics, IT, and electronic fundamental courses, as well as management, cultural, and language courses, which enables you to have a development in an all-round way. And then you will enter our 3-year engineering cycle. In year 3 is here, the 3-year in blue color. In year 3, you will have the engineering fundamental courses. In year 4, you have to choose your specialization. And in year 5, you will have a 6 months internship to round off your 5-year study at Izab. And after getting your engineering degree, you may go for a 1-year postgraduate program or a PhD study, or you can find a job directly. And here you can see the IEMDP program here. It's a program that we offer to our international students, including our Indian students, which means you can join us directly from year 4 after getting your bachelor's degree. And after 2 years hard study, you will get the same engineering degree as I mentioned before, as our French students. And now you can have a look at our 8 specializations offers at Izab. You can see here 3 of them are in blue color. It's for our IEMDP students because they are fully taught in English. So you can have a choose among software engineering, embedded systems, wireless telecom, and Internet of Things. Of course, if you think you have a good level in French, you can also choose among the rest 5 specializations in orange color. We also offer the double degree opportunity to our students who join us from year 3. We have the partnership with Paris Descartes, with Audencia Business School, with Centrale Supélec, and Paris and Polytechnique to work on different subjects. To summarize, we provide our students with an elite education. So besides the scientific and technical courses, the management, cultural, and the language courses are also planned for our students to better prepare them for the job markets. As teamwork is becoming a tendency in nowadays, so we have developed an innovative teaching mode, which is called project-based learning. So you will learn how to manage a group, how to communicate with your team members, and how to solve a problem by using your knowledge. And then finally, to get the engineering degree, you have to do a 6 months final year internship and to reach B1 level in French, as well as 800 in TOEIC tests. I suppose you speak already fluently English, so it's not a tough mission for you. But in addition to learn a new language, the French is always a plus to put on your CV. So now let's move to our international partnership. Until today, we have 145 partners in Asia, in South America, in Europe, all around the world. So if you are interested, I invite you to consult our site to have the complete list of our partners. Here, I would like to draw your attention that Izab is one of the top 10 engineering graduate school who sends the most students abroad. But this year, because of the COVID, we have less students going abroad. But we hope sincerely that the situation will be stabilized soon and we can continue our exchange program as usual. As I mentioned previously, Izab hosted the program Stanford in Paris for nearly 20 years. And at the same time, we also welcome the international students from our partners, which makes a high percentage of foreign students at Izab, nearly 1/4 of all the Izab students. And to facilitate the students' life at Izab, in Paris, our students' association, like Izab, play a key role here to make you feel at home. They will organize many activities around cultures, around festivals and languages to enrich your spare time. Okay, now let's see our corporate partnership. As a non-profit private school, we work in close collaboration with many companies. We invite them to give lectures, to give the latest information in industry to our students. They also participate in their final year and final year courses and the final year project as mentors. And Izab, we diffuse on our internal platform about 7,000 internship offers as well as 4,000 job offers every year. It is quite useful for the students who need this information. And beyond that, some business games, job fairs, and interview simulations take place at Izab regularly with the intervention of the experts from the industry. So thanks to our close connection to the industry, all our graduates found a job within 3 months after graduation. And most of them stay in Paris region, and the rest choose to work abroad. Next. As we are in tight cooperation with more than 400 companies. Here are some examples that you can see of our industry partners in different categories. I think you can find some logos which should be familiar to you, like Airbus, PSA Group, Ericsson, Microsoft, also the leader of the luxury LVMH Group. So I think you have probably wondered, what does a student look like at Izab? We have more than 30. We have more than 30 student associations. And let's say to join an association is a fast and efficient way to integrate the school life. So if you want to have experience in the French company environment, you can join the Junior Izab, which is ranked as one of the best junior company in France. Or if you are sportive, you can choose our Izab Valles, the sailing club. Or if you are a geek, our robotic club is waiting for you. So you can also discover other theme of clubs once you are here. And I know as a student, you surely care about the job placement after your years hard study. We prepare our students for the working world during their stay at Izab. So that's why 100% of our students get a job successfully after within 3 months of their graduation. Most of them, you can see here, most of them work in IT industry and computing and the information system as a sector of activities. And for the job domain, they work as information system engineer or information industry design engineer. Of course, they're not limited to these job domains and sectors. with the skills acquired at Izab, our graduates can easily find his or her desirable job. Here, you can see some successful stories of our alumni. We have our alumni working in different sectors and Fortune Global 500, like the Google, IBM, Airbus, Amazon, Samsung. So hope one day we can see your photos here. So now let's see how to join us and become one member of our Izab family. Of course, you can contact the Europe Study Center directly and drop your application. Here, I would like to remind you that the program that we opened to our Indian students is called IEMDP program, which is a 2-year program fully taught in English. So after 3 years, after 3 academic semesters and 1 internship semester, you will get an engineering master degree. It's the same degree as our French student gets. And to be selected, you have to get already a bachelor's degree in computer science, electronic engineering, telecommunication and networks, or any related domain. And for the language requirements, we need a certificate of Ielts 6 or equivalent. So our admission. So first, the procedure is that first you drop your application documents to Europe Study Center, and then we will examine your documents. If you are eligible, we will propose you an interview by Skype. So for the rest of the time, I will leave my colleague Thomas to answer your questions. Thank you for listening for my presentation. Thank you.
Maybe you have some questions related to COVID, to housing. So yes. Well, yeah, maybe I can say something about housing. So we do offer a welcome package to all of our international students who join the IEMDP program. So which means we will pick you up at the airport and lead you to your accommodation. Our housing office is here to assist you to find suitable accommodations. Of course, accommodations in Paris is, maybe it's a little bit more expensive compared to India, but I think it's similar to a big city as Delhi, for example, or real estate is expensive. So let's say we have many student residencies. We work with the Foundation of India at CTU, which is a place which group many foundations from different countries. So accommodations begins from 400 euros for the cheapest one, but of course there is no limit depending where you would like to stay, how big is your flat. So this is the kind of things you have to take into account and considering before joining France. So in all cases, when you apply for your visa, it is required that you get about 650 euros over 1 year. Otherwise, it's difficult to get your visa at the French consulate. I can see here that I have a questions related to, let me see. So I will take some questions now. So the first question, it's about IELTS. Okay, let me do it. Okay, IELTS, tuition fees. So, let me publish it quickly. Right. So IELTS is mandatory for IMDP. Actually, it's not mandatory, as my colleague just explained. So after your applications, we will check if you're eligible or not. Of course, sometimes on your applications, some of you already take the IELTS test. If you don't have, it's okay. So during the interview, so we will also assess your English level. If we think that your English level is too weak or sounds not good, we will ask you to take an English test like IELTS or TOEFL, for example. So TOEFL, the minimum score, it's 79. IELTS is 6.0. So I have a questions related to tuition fees. So as shown in the last slide of the presentation, the tuition fees for September intake 2021 is 9,080 euros per year. Okay, so which means over 2 years, it's about 18,000 euros. Okay, so 18,000 euros for 2 years, 9,000 euros per year, about. Okay, 9,080 euros. This is a silly question. Program for commerce students. Sorry, Manisha, we do not have any program related to commerce because Izab is a graduate engineering school. So we mainly focus on digital technologies, which mean telecommunications, electronic, artificial intelligence, data sciences, so networks, so things like that. So there is no entrance examinations to join our IEMDP program. For example, if you would like to join wireless telecommunications and IoT system program, for example, so there is no entrance examinations. So you only have to apply. The committee will check your applications. If you are eligible, you will be invited to take an interview with the jury. So this is a nice question because right now the pandemic situations, it's quite stable. Even if the number it's about 20,000 positive cases per day. But we hope that the vaccine, everyone is looking for the vaccines, will change the situation. So let's see. In all cases, Izab will provide distance learning. So this is what we are currently doing with our students who could not join Izab for different reasons, including pandemic reasons. So in all cases, you can join later if the pandemic situation is still there, or if you could not get the vaccine on time because you prefer to get the vaccine before joining Izab. So there will be some solutions provided to international students who could not join Izab during the first semester or the second semester of next year, according to the pandemic situations. So do not worry about this. We will deal with it appropriately and on time. So questions about the deadline. So all applications have to be received by mid-July. Of course, the sooner the better, because for Indian students, we have many years of experiences, and we understand that some of you would like to get the confirmations of your admission as soon as possible to begin to take a loan, for a bank loan, for example, or to look for accommodations. Because accommodations, we have a limited number of rooms. So first arrived, first served, of course, this is the rules. And also you would like to buy maybe your flight tickets because sometimes it's cheaper. And yeah, preparing to come to study 2 years in France needs some preparations. And so the sooner the better, I would say. But the deadline to apply, again, it's mid-July. One questions about master in AI. So we do not have a master called directly in artificial intelligence. So we do offer free program talk in English. Some of our program include some subject related to AI, but it's not a full master related to AI. AI is quite wide word, you know. You can include many things from machine learning to machine interfaces to algorithm. So we do provide. I would like to remind you. So software engineering, which could include a subject related to AI. We we have the other one, which is the embedded system, and the last one, which is wireless telecommunications and IoT system program, fully taught in English. So to join our program, it is required to have a 4 years bachelor degree. For 3 years bachelor degree, like a BSc, you could apply if you have already some professional experiences in related field, so in ICT field. So in any case, we will check and we will let you know. So about scholarship, so when you join Izab, you will pay about 9,080 euros per year. So this is the tuition fees paid also by our French students. So let's say you will pay the same tuition fees as our students, which means we already provide some kind of scholarship to international students, because in so many countries there is a difference between so local tuition fees and international tuition fees. So we do not provide directly a scholarship, if you mean we give it by this way. But in any case, you can check also with the French consulate, which could have some scholarship like the FL scholarship. Otherwise, you can check for Sharpa scholarship. So I know that some Indian state also provides some scholarship. So please check also on about this. About these different institutions. So what about the living expenses in France? So as I mentioned previously, it is required to have a minimum of 650 euros when you apply for your visa over a year. So it should be on your bank account. So roughly, so this is the number, because most of the part will go to the accommodations starting from 450 euros. You need to take 50 euro for the transportations and the rest for your foods and also a little bit of hobbies. So this is more or less, but of course, if you have 1,000, it's better. If you have more, it's better. So this one I already answered. So let me check if I have some other questions. No, I think maybe this one could be interesting about any change in traveling to France. Yeah, things are changing each day, but so far France is still welcoming all international students. So this is an exemption to the rules. Of course, doing tourists from outside of Europe to France, it's almost forbidden. But for students, they are still welcome. So what you have to do is to take a PCR test within the 72 hours, and it should be negative, of course. And normally you have to stay 7 days, in quarantine. But this is there is no control. We count on you. We trust that all people are adult and you will act as required. So in all cases, this is the rules now. So, but it could change, as you know, everywhere in the world. So, on Monday, Germany closed their borders. So this is quite new for us. So things may change, but so far, so good for France and international students. So this one is done. Let's see if I have more questions. So one questions about double degree, I think I just saw it. So to have a double degree, most of the time we need to have a partnership with an Indian institutions, okay? So this is a joint partnership which allow you to get the French degree and an Indian degree. But you, as an international student, when you join Izab, you will only get the French engineering master degree, le diplôme d'ingénieur only. You could not get any double degree, which means you only get our degree. For your informations, to get the master engineering degree, according to the national engineering body, you have to stay 3 semesters at Izab for studying and 1 semester of internship. So this is why the program lasts 2 years. This is a minimum requirement to get the national French master engineering degree, the same degree as our French students, but the program for you is taught fully in English. So maybe questions about, yeah, maybe this one, it's interesting. If a student has French language proficiency or B1, then with tuition fee will be waived? No. Dear Lunu, there is no tuition fee waived because Izab is a private non-profit institution, so there are tuition fees, including for French students. So the tuition fees, as my colleague mentioned, is 9,080 euros per year. So French language, it's mandatory too to get the engineering degree. This is why it is included in the 2 years program. You will learn French and you should reach B1 level after before getting your degree. Okay, so this one I would like to remind you. So English, it's mandatory because the program is taught in English. But you need to have also a B1 program after 2 years of study before your graduations to get the degree. So it's pass or fail, but you have at least 2 years to learn French. So normally, first semester you will reach A1, second semester you will reach A2, and third semester you reach B1. So this is normal. All of the students succeed to get B1 in French during 2 years of study in France. Because you will exchange, communicate, interact with many people speaking French. So it should not be an issue for all of you. So I have questions about age gap. So I'm not sure to fully understand these questions, but there is no age limit to apply. Of course, most of our students are about 20, 25 years old. But we have some students who already get older, about 30 or 35 years old. So there is no age limit to apply and to be admitted to the program. One questions about from Manisha again. So after completions, do you provide internship or placement? So the program includes internship, which means so internship. We receive many offers from companies. Okay, so you will receive a stipend if you join the company, but you have to make the effort to get the internship. Actually, in France, looking for internship is like looking for a job, which means you have to apply. Applying requires that you have a good resume. Okay, you study with good marks, and you write a SOP, and then you apply. And if you're eligible, you will be interviewed by the company. And it's like the entrance point to get a job after the internship. So internship process, it's also on your shoulder. No one will give internship to you because the company will pay you during your internship. It's a training, it's a paid training, about 800 euros per month. But the minimum set by law is about 500. So you have to make extra effort to get the internship, okay? And then for placement, we organize at Izab some fairs here. So in normal situations, so fairs now takes place online, which we invite many companies. Again, you have to be prepared to take the interview with the company who joined the fairs and try to convince them that you are a good students, a good graduate with all the competencies required to get the job. Okay, and the monthly salary. So depending on your skills, your competencies, so it starts from about 3,000, 4,000 euros per month, according to your skills. Okay, so depending also on the size policy, the size of the company, the salary regulation in the company. So there are some rules. But as my colleague mentioned, our graduates get over 40,000 euros per year as gross salary. So about the stayback, I think this is a quite good question from Deb. So according to the agreement that France and Indian government signed, all Indian students can stay for 2 years after getting the master degree. Actually, it's 1 year plus 1 year. Okay, of stay back. So during these 2 years, you have a time to look for a job. You can maybe study again. So you have 2 years in all case. And if you find a job, you can stay forever if you want in France, as long as you are working in the company and you will renew your resident permit. So this is possible. Okay. So we here the presentation, it's mainly on master degree program, but we do also have a program for senior high school graduates. Okay, if you are in the field of science, maths, physics, if you pass your senior high school with a good performance, so we have a dedicated program over 5 years for this kind of students. But we can discuss with ESC if you have this kind of profile, and we can see with you directly. I think these questions about living expenses, so a rough estimation. So again, let's say if you have 700 euros per month, so you can live in Paris. Not in a luxurious situations, but it's enough to study, to have a home, and to have food, yes, and to pass successfully your degree here with Izab. So, do we have other questions? No, I can't see any questions. So, if someone have more questions, please feel free to ask, because I can see many old questions, but not the new one. Yes. So internship. So as I explained before, so internship, we receive many offers, okay, from our partners in different field. So from IT to automotive companies. So the thing is, you need to apply, okay? Even if we have thousands of internship offers, it's an offers. So which means a student needs to apply. So of course, no, all companies are looking for good engineer, okay? So which means you will be prepared for that, but you need to write a good resume, a good SOP, and apply, and then take the interview. If you fail, of course, you have to change and look for another internship offer. But in all cases, you need to apply. Again, applying for internship is like applying for a job. So you have to do your part. We will give you all the keys to pass successfully the internship offers and get the intern positions. But you have to do your job, okay? So I have a questions related to scholarship. I already replied it. Okay, so since we do not have any questions, so if there is no questions, we can end this today webinar. Thank you to all of you. Thank you for attending the presentation of Izab, and I hope to receive your applications for the September 2021 intake through our ESC agency in India.
Thomas?
Yes?
There's one last question.
Yeah. So is there any application fees? So I think you have to contact ESC, but I think they can answer directly first. So maybe ESC can answer. But from our side, there is no application fee. So But as you have to go through ESC, so you have to check with them. Okay, Shruti? Okay, so sounds good. So, okay, no more questions. Thank you to everyone. Bye-bye. Take care. Keep safe. Stay safe.